Hello, fellow Shibby Shams! We're gonna jump right back into this game because, dang, the last one ended weird. Monika's directly talking to us, I think. It's not good. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I like it. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sari has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Ah, sorry. I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? But, Monika, yeah, we're going to having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite the poems too. So we're just putting it on the poster in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. So he's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monika? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. You think that's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I grew up Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagine it. Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys. No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud for a whole room of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put out a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah. It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons we're all in the club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feeling that brought you here in the first place. I know you do. I know we all do. If it takes them standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Tsuki and Yuri remain silent. And actually, I can understand those two, people, how they're thinking. But Monika, you're still creepy. I don't like you. Like, you are breaking fourth walls, and you're staring directly at me all the time. And I don't like it. Sayori looks worried. Guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think the Sayori and Monika have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. Sigh. I guess I don't really have a choice. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No, wait. Monika, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Ah, of course. Now let's see. Monica flips her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the poem. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monica begins reciting her poem. A clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is that something she's done before, or is she simply being natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sarah looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. 4 of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Too bad we couldn't actually, know what it says. Thank you very much. Just hoping to set a good example. You ready to go, Sayori? I'll go next. Wow. Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keep hitting her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem's called... You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns and infrastructure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that she didn't want to applaud her, but we're going to caught off so guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. So Yuri's down for the count. Okay. Guess I'm next then. Terry hops in the chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one is called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Say alright. It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or you're in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best way. I see. Sorry. Okay then. Sarah begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It seems it's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice has almost given me a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to read more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it. Good job, Sayori. Even Shimmy Shammy liked it. Guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? Came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. That might be the other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems where that sort of general delivery wouldn't work as well. You might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. The next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now who's next? Atsuki. Don't make me go before Shimmy Shammy. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Shimmy Show lower everyone's standards a little bit before I have to do it. Ooh! Ooh! Shut up! That's a burn on me! It's fine. Might as well get it over with. It's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. Stand in front of the podium. Her has her eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. So I'm not exactly confident in my writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going. Tsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... It's called... Why are you looking at me? Should present it. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Tsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disperses a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. Tatsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. She finishes, and everyone applauds. She hops back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Ah, well. Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put it on whatever face I went for other people. But when it's just friends, it's just embarrassing. It's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem that can get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. You should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. Doesn't have to be your own. Already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. Makes me really happy. Ah, yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. Alright. Stand up. No way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monika. I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club, impressing Monika, I have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. You two always going home together like that. Kind of adorable, isn't it? Yeah. Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. Feel a little nice, though. Oh? Ah. How was I supposed to respond to that? Take a shimmy, you don't have to say it. But let's go already. Sayori once more. No, it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today Sayori's being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. Ah, no wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... Sayori fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day you're asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're gonna put me on the spot here. I'd still walk home with Sayori because it's how it's always been. You really think I would ditch you for Yuri? But she's so beautiful and smart. Well, I mean, you're still my friend. I can be friends with two people. It's still a thing that happens. Don't be jealous, please. I'm not into you, but I'm not into her either. So, I just like both of you. You're both really cool. You worry me a bit, but you're both cool. I already see you in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to be like... You always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Shimmy Shammy. Think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted, so I've already made up my mind. Really can't figure you out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never gonna happen? Conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sarah to care so much about. I want to respect her and keep her happy too. And again, the festival's only a few days away. Who knows what's going to happen in that time? I'm actually going to call this one here. So thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.